Rainbow Six Siege first came out at the end of 2015, so it's been out for over 2 years now. And by Ubisoft's old standards, this game is well overdue a sequel, maybe even 2 by now. So what Ubisoft is actually planning with this game is actually a big deal.
One of Ubisoft's biggest properties at the moment is not the newest Assassin's Creed, it's not the upcoming Far Cry, it's Rainbow Six Siege. This tactical multiplayer shooter came out over 2 years ago, but it's more popular than ever. The game has 27 million players and roughly just as many different editions of it for you to buy. You got the Starter Edition, you got the Standard Edition, the Advanced Edition, oh, there's the Gold Edition, and the Complete Edition. It could not be simpler. Well, at the Rainbow Six Siege 2018 Invitational Tournament this weekend, the game's brand director Alexandre Remy laid out just how long Ubisoft intends on keeping this game going. He said, quote, "We are saying extremely loudly here, there is no sequel planned. We will be here for the next 10 years, so expect more Rainbow Six in your life for quite some time."
You know what I need? More Rainbow Six in my life.
Yeah, I actually...
I mean, it sounds like a drug or something, doesn't it? Rainbow Six. Anyway, never mind. Am I going to the wrong dealers? They just call them its funny names. I don't take drugs, guys. That was a joke. For clarity. Rainbow Six Siege's multiplayer is built around various characters or operators that players can choose to control. The game currently has 36 operators. Another 8 will be added to the roster during Year 3, which runs through 2018. And how many do Ubisoft plan to add eventually? Remy said, quote, "We've communicated already a couple of times that our vision for the game is to bring it to 100 operators. That 100 is a symbol of the longevity we want to have for the game. The game is currently on the threshold of having more post-launch content than what was actually included in the base game in December 2015. Remy said, "Year 3 is symbolic because the content we've now created for the game since the release is going to be bigger than the content we shipped in the original box."
It's not all been great for this game though. Rainbow Six Siege provoked criticism recently when a new batch of paid loot boxes were announced to coincide with the game's upcoming Outbreak event available from March the 6th. They'll provide purely cosmetic items, but it will be Rainbow Six Siege's first instance of paid loot boxes, and Ubi said each player would get one for free after the controversy kicked up online. This week, Remy also defended that decision to put in paid loot boxes to games industry outlet MCV. He said, "I feel like the loot boxes act like the gift shop after the roller coaster. I am feeling very empathetic towards players upset with this, but at the same time, I do not feel we are cheating anyone. I don't think we are being greedy whatsoever." Ubi also pissed off the community back when they announced these loot boxes by announcing the game's base version would be removed from sale, replaced with a newer, more expensive version. Now, they quickly backtracked on that after fans voiced their concerns. They're going with like a long-term plan for this, and it's just part of this thing that we've covered for the last couple of weeks now. Ubisoft are just changing gears completely. They were pumping games out year after year. You know, they were bringing Far Cry out very often. They were bringing Assassin's Creed out every damn year. That's not their policy now. They're putting one big game out and updating it and turning it into a live service, which is their new favourite thing. And it seems to be working a treat with Rainbow Six Siege because people love it and it's making loads of money and everyone's happy, right?
Yeah, Ubisoft learning a lesson. They're learning, aren't they? It shows that they're changing their strategies. People are adoring this game. What did Rainbow Six Siege do right that Destiny didn't? Because Destiny went into the whole franchise saying we're going to support this for 10 years. Lo and behold, a sequel comes was it 2.5 years later or whatever it was, because the first one died off. And the second one, again, is like a lot of the community isn't happy with that game. What did Rainbow Six Siege do to attract enough players at this point that they can foresee it lasting for 10 years that Destiny didn't? That's the question I've got.
They've just managed to keep people playing, right? And they've got this hook in there that makes people want to come back. It's not just Rainbow Six Siege. Ubisoft are just generally very good at post-launch stuff because they've done it with The Division. They're doing it with Ghost Recon. They've done it with For Honor. For Honor was a joke when that came out. And it's very, very popular. Ubisoft are very proud of the numbers for that, and we reported on that just last week. They're making a game that's pretty fun. It comes out, and then it's like, there's something there. It's quite enjoyable, or at least this has been the pattern for the last couple of years. It's a decent game, but then it's not that special. But then, 12 months down the line, it's a massive game. It's just grown into something really big, and loads of people are playing it because they're good at working on things after they come out, it seems.
As a consumer, this is what you want to see from a multiplayer game, right? You don't want to buy a game thinking it's going to be dead in a couple of years. You want your value for money. If if you think it's going to last for 10 years, that is awesome. So then they throw in this loot box thing, right? Is this justification for loot boxes if you know that this game is going to last an extra 10 years? You know, are you going to get bored for one is one question, but for the people who are kind of on the fence or don't like loot boxes in general, if they know this game is going to be supported for 10 years if they throw loot boxes in, does that justify it for you? That's the question I'm interested in. And any of you guys who play the game, let us know down in the comments.
So Rainbow Six Siege is going to be around for another 10 years. Do you play the game? Can you see yourself playing it for another 10 years? Let us know down in the comments. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed it, and please do subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this every day. You can check out that video right there, right now if you want, and the link to Patreon if you want to support the channel. See you next time.